And hello, welcome back to the Japan Game Junk Podcast. This time it is a visit to yet another hard off. This one in the Oh wow, I forgot to even check the. So it might be Ichigao. So I took a picture of the store name, Yokohama. It's in Yokohama. So if it's Yokohama and it starts with Ichiga, it's that one. But the picture cut off the right character on that one. This was visited on the 25th of August of 2024. First thing I noticed was a rare version of the Dreamcast. This was the SCK version, like it's some sort of weird logo on there. There was some sort of event, and these were sold only at that event. And yeah, it's an incredibly rare version of the system. I was not going to pay 30,000 yen for it, but I guess you can. Also, something that I did actually purchase. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the Dreamcast. No manual, but it did have the back insert. Typically a very expensive game for the Dreamcast, but here, because there was no manual, 1,500 yen. And I had a 500 yen off coupon for anything over 1,000 yen, so technically in the end it was 1,000 yen for this fine game. I'm glad I got it. They also had Hat Trick Hero for the Saturn. Hat Trick Hero S, which is one of the better, it's like, a arcade-style sports game. And this is also a very low price of 1,000 yen for the Saturn version. Of course, it'd be much more for the Neo Geo, but it is indeed a fine version of the game. And yes, also purchased for 1,000 yen, and I was with another person who used the coupon for that also to make it 500. There was a beautiful MSX machine from National, also known as Panasonic. It was kind of a stripped-down version, similar to the one that I have from Casio, although not that stripped down. The keyboard on this is much better. But it's a beautiful machine, and it has one cartridge slot. And yeah, like I said, the nice keyboard. It's a very, very fine version of it. Nothing huge with the memory, just 16K, but 15,000 yen, and if I did not have an MSX already, I would have debated this because it looks so nice. But not as nice as the one right beside it from Toshiba. This one is, it's red. The last one was cream colored. This one has many colored buttons. Many of the keys are different colors, and a dedicated Japanese and English switching key. Oh, it's beautiful. And this one has 2 cartridge slots, so it also included a cheap quiz game as well. So for 13,000 yen, a bit more of a deal. However, unfortunately, this one is RF only, and so that would have probably discounted it for me if I were to choose between the previous two, but in any case, I already have my MSX. They had a Microsoft Xbox controller, the newest version with the capture button, but the right stick has poor control. So if you just want a controller for retro games and you want to use the D-pad mostly, or any other system that does not have a right analog stick, up to Dreamcast or so, then, maybe you want to get this controller just for a very cheap way to play those games. 1,500 yen, which is the cheapest you'll ever find an Xbox controller that mostly works, the newest Xbox controller. There was a head-mounted display that did work from Sony, the HMZ T1, but it was really scuffed up in kind of bad condition. This is not a VR headset, it's just a display itself, so you actually do... It's just like having a TV in front of you that's kind of weird to focus in front of each eye, I guess. But, if you wanted to give it a try for only 3,000 yen, experience some technology from 20 years ago. And with that, that's everything that I noticed at this store that was so positive. And yeah, I was glad to visit on this day. Please give it a shot. I think all the hard offs in Yokohama are actually pretty good. Yokohama and most of Kanagawa also have Whatman, a very similar style store that was there before hard off came in the area. And so they have to really compete very hard to try to get people to go to them instead of Whatman as their original, as their store of choice, I should say. So anyway, thanks so much for listening. Please have a wonderful day, and buying video games is very, very fun. Buy games, bye.